Psychiatric nursing, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. I am here to do an update on the second semester, which for us is psychiatric nursing or mental health nursing, whatever your school calls it. I'm going to start out with lecture. As I told you guys before, we have a professor that is new to our school, so we didn't know what to expect. As it turns out, I like her. I don't know what my classmates think, but she's fantastic. We took our first test yesterday, and it's amazing because what she lectured on was on the test. Isn't that something? Okay, so lecture this time we have 8 weeks total for mental health and 3 exams. So what that means is each exam is a lot of chapters. I don't even know how many. I should have counted before I turned on the camera. But we have a lot of chapters that we have to go over for each test. I don't know if it's 10, 12, 14, 15. It's some ridiculous number. So that was hard to get used to because last semester we were tested weekly on 1 or 2 or 3 chapters. This time it is not that way, but I felt like she was fair. She did give us a study guide, which was accurate. I was nervous, really nervous to take the first test, as most of us were, I'm sure, because you don't know what to expect. But now that I see how she does things, I am a lot more comfortable. And in general, I do enjoy learning about mental health. I find it so fascinating. I know it's not a popular, specialty to go into, but I really like it. And I'm actually considering something in the future in mental health. Maybe not 100%, but I think I'm going to be involved in it somehow. I don't know yet. I want to finish nursing school before I make a decision, but I really do enjoy learning about it. That's all for lecture. We just have the 3 tests. There's no busy work, and then we have ATI. So pretty straightforward. For the lab part of the class, we would typically go on campus on Tuesdays to do lab, so last semester lab would mean your vital signs, your NG tubes, your head to toes, all those things, all the hands-on things. For psychiatric nursing, there is none of that. So we're not on campus on Tuesdays. We have just, in lieu of that, we have assignments. And honey, do we have assignments? Okay, so there's a lot. I have it in my phone here, so let me pull up the assignments I have. Now, some of these are for clinical too, but so we had to write a paper on a movie that's based on mental health. We have 2 concept maps, 2 case studies, a paper on AA or NA. We had to review a documentary on racism, and then we have a group project about some kind of mental illness. And then we have to spend 10 hours on an app called 7 Cups, where you are chatting with people that are kind of going through something, a lot of breakups, losing their jobs, in general, depression. And so you have to spend 10 hours chatting with people. If you have not taken your mental health class, this could be an assignment that you get when you start taking it. We'll leave the 7 Cups website below in case you're curious. So we have to spend 10 hours doing that. We have ATI, obviously, that we have to do. So that's a lot more busy work than we had in the past, but we also don't have to go on campus on Tuesdays. So, I guess it works out in the end. On to clinical. Clinical, I am at the same hospital I was with for the first semester, only this time I am on the psychiatric unit. And I was very nervous to go because I had I don't want to make it sound more than it was, but I did have a experience when I did the LVN program for my psych clinical where a patient came towards me and tried to grab me. Luckily, the instructor was standing close by. She stood in between me and the patient, so nothing happened, but it did freak me out. So going into this clinical, I was nervous. I guess I still am. I'm always aware of my surroundings. But nothing's happened. It's been great. I got paired with a really nice nurse and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. There's not, I mean, if you're curious of what you're going to do in the psychiatric clinical, basically talk to patients. You're going to be talking, you're going to probably have a patient you have to do a concept map on, and that's all it is. It's really just observational. The things that you talk about in lecture is what you're going to see in clinical. So the same thing as like a med surg or OB or peds. You're just going to observe and probably do paper writing. But I like it, enjoying this first part of the second semester. Next is med surg, so we'll talk about that later. No problems yet. Just rolling on through. How are you guys doing? Are you guys in your first semester, second semester? Are you about to graduate and make me jealous? But that's all for now. I just wanted to take my first exam before I came and gave you an update. Technically, we don't have our grades yet of how we did, but I got a good feeling about it. So fingers crossed I'm not crying in the next video telling you I failed. But that's it for now, guys. I'll be back soon. Let me know what's going on, and thank you to my new subscribers. I know my classmates now know that I have this channel, so some of them have subscribed, which I appreciate. And for anybody that's new and joining me, I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you soon.